To Let's Talk Shop with Russ. So ahead of time, I am having a lot of internet problems tonight. I mean, a lot of internet problems. So, and it's not my computer; it's the internet. So, if I told everybody I'll keep talking because if I if I go silent there for a little while because it's just
you will
the
return,
internet
right?
itself. Yeah, I will. I will try to return, but yeah, it's giving me a fit for some reason. Every time I turn around, it's kind of like locking up. And I've already. It's not the computer. It's this is like a gaming computer, and I've got it set up to do the shows, so it has plenty of horsepower. There's just the internet's having problems and issues, and I will try to return. So, how's it going, everybody? I saw all that Aussie
There's quite a few.
man's out there. Michael,
Michelle Marco.
How you doing?
Yeah, he's out there.
So, and who is that?
That's
How do you pronounce that?
Yeah,
it's Jim.
That's Jim. Yeah, JJE.
Yeah.
Russ Meadows.
That's Jim.
Yeah,
Rusty.
Yeah, on JJE
Okay.
is.
I've never seen it done like that though.
Yeah, Shaw was on the other nights doing it. He pointed that out too.
I'm just locking up.
Yeah.
That's why I had to ask if that was Jim, because I'm like,
That is Jim. Yes, that's actually his channel name. I like that because you can highlight that and post it back into YouTube, the search, and you go straight to the person's channel and bus them, like Brenda G used to say, bus to them. Just kind of hit that little button down there.
Button.
Yeah, well, and then take that bell and put it to all, because what Brenda G used to say, that when you would ring that bell, somebody at YouTube would pee in their pants or something. I don't know. It was something like that.
Somebody get their wings?
Yeah, something like that. No, but it was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dixon asking if you getting snow.
What was this one?
So I was just saying that the way the chat has the names, the at whatever the person's name, like at unjje, you can actually copy and paste that and go search for it, and it goes directly to their channel, and you can go bus them, subscribe to them, and then Brenda G used to say, make sure you go down and take that bell and set it to all, because every time you ring that bell, somebody at YouTube pees in their pants.
To answer the question, we're not getting snow right by me, but the Badgers are playing down in Madison, and they're getting some snow during the game. It's sleet, raining, and snow.
We don't need no stinking Badgers.
Sleet, raining, and
It's
snow.
35 right now.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Here, but down there it's 32.
Yeah, we're like 75, and by Monday we're going to be 42.
Tonight we get like 28 degrees.
Wow.
We got a cold front coming through tomorrow with some rain, and it's going to drop the temperature into the 40s Monday. But the cold front comes through Monday, so when we go to bed Monday night and wake up Tuesday, we're supposed to be in the 30s here in Central Florida,
I might
like
have to put socks on.
38.
Yeah, we're gonna be low 20s.
Yeah.
Jim says he saw the snow in Madison.
It
reminded me of he saw the rains of Africa. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah. Russ Meadows is out there. Jim Bashir's is not here tonight, and neither is Donald. Donald is having computer issues. Actually, he's got a friend that's supposed to come over and see if he can help him fix his computer. Apparently, it is broke.
Yeah.
And then Jim, his mother has been sick, and she's been in the rehab center. Well, they have her out, and I believe she's at, if I'm not mistaken, y'all guys, isn't she at Jim's house?
I think she's at her house and Jim's over.
I think so.
I think he's visiting her. He's not at home.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. She's went home, and him and his brother are taking turns going and being with her to help her till she gets back on her feet. But she's out of rehab. That's what it is.
Yeah, she's at home, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Jim just said she's at her house. So Jim and his brother are taking turns helping.
Jeff said they're under a winter storm watch in Geneva, Illinois.
I heard we're going to get a cold front come in too, like on Monday, and it's supposed to get real cold. I hope not, because I'm trying to line a trailer up underneath, make some ducts, so the heat actually hits.
Your cold front might be what, 65?
Yeah, I don't know. It hits. No, it hits. It goes down way low. I think she said a freeze.
Yeah, 62.
Yeah, she said a freeze though.
Michelle Marcoux said that they expect snow in Quebec City. And along the St. Lawrence River. So
we're gonna have blizzards falling from the trees.
We don't take the swimming pools down here until it gets below 60.
Yeah. I got news for you. It's unusual for here in Florida for us to be in the 30s in November. We usually don't get our cold weather until the end of December and into January. So, I mean, we get a few cold snaps, but it's usually highs in the 60s the next day. It's like nothing. It's like t-shirt weather. But for it to get down into as low as they said 38 in Central Florida, that's a cold snap, buddy. That's something different from Florida.
Well, wasn't it last year that actually snowed in Florida? Not much.
Yeah, they said it snowed right on the Georgia and Alabama and Florida border line, right along the line into Florida, supposedly.
Yeah, because
I got news for you. Most of that stuff melts
before it hits the ground.
Melts before it hits the ground.
Yeah, because my daughter called. She's over in Navarre, and she said it's actually snowing here. I'm like, it ain't even snowing here yet. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, if Jim's by the lake in Michigan, you get them lake effects. Sometimes they can get in the winter 3 feet at a clip. Lake effects.
Yeah.
Don't miss it.
So
sure.
I know Chris has been doing some stuff. Chris, tell us what you've been working on.
Well, I've been working on pull toys. I'm trying to get a craft showing before the holidays, and I know a couple of people who want some. So try to knock out a bunch, get them on stock. That way, I already have them when people ask. So
right.
I'd show you one, but they're all out in the shop. I didn't bring anything in.
Well, if you go to his Facebook page, you can see him because he did post some stuff on Facebook.
I did.
Matter of fact, let's see if I can. Did you post it on Facebook, Chris? I thought you did.
Yeah.
No, it was in the chat. It was in the chat.
Yeah, I just showed it to you guys.
Oh, that was in our chat. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he just posted like a little video showing some of his projects.
Yeah.
So we'll keep them entertained for a few minutes. I'm going to go grab a couple of my projects that I've been working on.
You want to see this? The video.
The production line.
Yep. Try to get all the base coats on first, then I can do the details like the eyes and stuff like that. So, and there's blank ones. There's a couple of boxes that are not in the scene of the seals and dogs and manatees. So, manatees sell down here. So, but I'll get a better picture later on next time.
I'll bring the picture up and see if he won't let me share the screen.
Okay.
That's probably. Oh, and it's a video, isn't it? Oh yeah, yeah. When he gets back, I'll have him. Let's see,
right.
let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Let's see, share screen. Okay, the entire screen. That screen over there. And when he comes back, I'll put it up. The video, if I can find it again, there we go. There's the video. Okay. How long did he say he was going away for?
I'm not grabbing projects.
So today in the shop, I hope you guys have done something. Anyway, I don't know. If you're doing anything, let us know.
I put together, this is sort of a maker. I put together the smoker.
You put it together, you assembled it.
I assembled it so I could do some Southern cooking this Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Because then people down south, they know how to cook when it comes to barbecue.
Good.
So I got to get a big pile of beans with onions and peppers in there and a turkey and.
That's right. Thanksgiving is quickly coming upon us.
Yes.
Hey Russ, can you show my screen so that I can play Chris's video of his pull toys? He froze up.
I see now his lights are blinking. He's not frozen.
Yeah, I know. I'm just joking.
He's just frozen in time.
Oh, he was frozen.
No, the lights are blinking.
Yeah,
Jim says it's interesting that
Yeah,
Al has
I
a
was-
forest background when he lives in the desert.
Yes. I even have my lumberjack shirt on and everything today. There you go. Yeah. So here's let's see. Can I make
There
this
you
any bigger?
go.
I think that's about it. But
It's a good
here's
shot.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna make
the
it.
whole video. It is a good shot, Chris. I love those covers too.
All the base coats. I gotta do a little cleaning up. And then the box behind me, there's some others with just a primer coat.
Yeah. What are you using for primer?
Just craft paint.
Just
All I want to
craft-
see is places where it didn't sand down enough, or there's a little cut in the wood, things like that. Plus, the base coat primer brings up the fibers, so I can sand them off.
Cool.
So,
That's not a messy shop at all.
No, that would be Paul's.
not from that angle, maybe, but it's seen better, cleaner days. Yeah, the wiffle ball bat and the glue, they go together. So, got a little humid. I should fire up the fans today. So, not as bad as it was during the summer, but enough to turn the fans on.
Did you trip a breaker today?
No,
Because the panel door is open back there.
actually, haven't had that happen since we switched over to solar. So, we have the solar panels on the roof running right now. So, can't wait for the neighborhood to be out, and we're not. Haven't had it a month yet, so we're not seeing a problem. So.
I'd say, Russ, you can stop it now, but Russ isn't here. At least we have something moving.
Let's see. That's the next shot. Oh, there's the old monitor. You know, it's amazing how much I get done when I don't have the laptop out there with me.
Really?
I keep finding, something's shining on the web, and go look at that, and I get nothing done.
Yeah, I hear you.
You just got to play YouTube videos so you got some background noise while you're working.
What I do is I go find like podcasts that's just audio. So I can't stand there looking at it while they're talking to each other, about something.
I've been listening to this Star Trek podcast. Let me see if I can find it. Star Trek Excelsior. It's a different ship, different crew.
Oh, really?
There's 7 seasons. And usually about anywhere from 5 to 8 or 9 episodes per season.
Wow.
So it's actually pretty decent.
So have you made any progress or completed the pod from space or from Lost in Space?
Why don't you bring that up? I'm debating putting it up on the shelf of doom for a while.
Oh, really?
I get everything sealed up. I get the last coat of paint on, and the windows fall out on the inside.
Right.
So now I got to break the hull apart to put them back in.
Or you could get some of that putty, stick it on the end of a pencil, reach down in there.
They're off altogether.
Bring it back.
I know the
it's
putty.
The last one that's going to be a trick.
They're too big to use that putty. So I was going to put it away for a while and get over being ticked off at it, and then I'll.
If the windows fell out, do what one of the neighbors did down in little town Little Chute here. He got an estimate for new windows. He got so ticked off at the estimate that he's got chipboard over every window now.
Oh my God!
I guess that's one way to solve it. When they give you $20,000 to put in 4 windows, you just put chipboard over them all.
Yeah.
If I have to, I'll go the old way of putting a piece of thread through the center and pull it up and hold tension on it while the glue dries.
There you go.
That's last resort, but actually breaking the hull apart is the last resort.
Well, okay.
Well, when you say breaking the hull,
ticked off at it.
So you had to glue the hull together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
see,
everything's
so
in place except the back door and those windows now. So.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's all right. I want to move on to another project. I got a bunch of kits. I got 400 kits. I got something to build.
Oh, yeah. All right. So I have been working. I've got my CNC up and running. I think I told you that last time before the Halloween show. My laptop that was run the CNC was it just messed up, so I bought a new laptop for it. But anyway, so I got it back up and running. Lainey has helped me with it. And matter of fact, Lainey Shaughnessy is going to be our guest next week, and so this is some of the stuff I've been working on. So this is all V-carve stuff. And this is just MDF. I love cutting MDF because it works very, very well on a CNC, and you don't have the chip out and stuff. This one I did in red, and I made another one a little smaller and made it in black.
Yeah, that stuff is excellent for indoor signs.
Oh yeah.
Because it carves so nice.
This one is the one I did. It's a little bit smaller than that one, and I did it in black first. And then last but not least, I'm trying different colors just to see what they look like. I made this one.
That one really pops.
Yeah, it's yellow.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just experimenting, but Yeah, with the different fonts and different bits. Like for instance, the God, Nothing, and Impossible, I did with a 120-degree 1 inch or inch and a quarter V bit. So the letters are very, very broad, if you'll notice. And then these letters shall be, and for with is done with a 60-degree V bit, and it's I think it's a half inch 60-degree.
Jim
I
has
really do what?
Jim has a question. Do you paint the whole engraving over, then sand the top?
If I told you that, I'd have to kill you. No, I hand paint it with a fine brush, so fine that you can get in there and I don't get a speck on anywhere else.
Wow.
No,
No,
if you believe that, I got some bridges I want to sell you. Yes, Jim, that's what I do. Is I go in and, like, if I'm going to do it, I want to experiment actually on doing some different colors in the words. But yes, I take it, and first thing I do is I spray a coat of clear lacquer. After,
Yep.
I sand it, then I spray a clear coat of lacquer on it to fill these outside areas a little bit. And then I paint it, and I don't give a flip. I just stick a brush in there and just get paint everywhere. And then once that dries, then I come back with a random orbital sander and then sand all the paint off, and then the paint stays down in the grooves. So yeah, that's how I do it. And makes it very easy that way. Actually, if you're going to do that, the way I do it, you want to make actually the depth of the letters, or what you're actually, even these little, I don't know what you want to call them, page ornaments or whatever. You want to make everything just a little deeper, like a 20, let's say 20 thousandths or maybe 30 thousandths of an inch deeper than what you would normally make it, because you're going to come back and sand all that off. So you're going to lose some. So if you make this thing really, really shallow and you paint it, you come back and sand it off, you're going to lose, you could actually lose part of the letters because they're so thin. So you want to make it just a little bit deeper than what you normally would and sand that off.
Vicky
That's the
says
same.
the signs are wonderful.
Thank you. And then I actually have a keyhole bit, so I put my own keyholes on it, so you don't have to buy gator clips or anything. Just all of them have it. But that's what I have been working on. I have been wanting to get my CNC up and running for a while, and so I finally got out there and was going to do it one day, and I turned it on and the CNC came on. But when I turned the computer on, which runs the program that runs the CNC, the computer wouldn't come on.
It said,
It was dead. Yeah. It was DRT, dead right there. So I ended up going out and buying another computer, another laptop for it, and putting it on it, and getting it up and running. And then I had Laney Shaughnessy help me, and we put, which I discussed that. And matter of fact, the reason Laney is coming on this coming Saturday is to correct all the mistakes that I made when I told about everything. Because apparently the controller, that is a controller underneath the CNC, and it's not a, what do I call it? What's those small computer boards
Arduino?
you can buy?
Arduino? Raspberry Pi?
Arduino. Yeah, I think I called in. I said it was like an Arduino board, but he was like, "No, there is no Arduino board underneath that. It's
right.
It's a
that's my X card. It's got an Arduino in there.
Yeah, this one has an actual controller, and it actually is. And I did not know this. This is another thing that I found out about it. The controller is actually made by Planet CNC. Planet CNC not only makes the software that runs it, but it makes controllers and mechanisms to of 4 CNCs.
4 CNCs, yeah.
Yeah. So in other words,
DBL
you could buy the components from Planet CNC and actually build a CNC if you wanted to.
DBL has a question. Let me find it again. Oh, do any of y'all do any tables with epoxy or something similar?
No, I've never done any kind of tables with epoxy or anything like that. No. I have wanted to try it. I just never have gotten around to do it.
Like the river tables, those are really nice.
Yeah. It's actually, I mean, epoxy has come down in price, and there's more people out there that's making it now, so it's more reasonable. But actually, a table to coat a table like that, make it like with a thick film of epoxy, because when you're looking at, you need to put at least a 1/4 inch on it or so. And if you're going to add stuff in the epoxy, you need even thicker than that. So it's quite expensive to make a table out of board like that.
Yeah, I've done it on signs because it doesn't take as much epoxy. And I just took for your colors, like baby blue. I took baby blue acrylic and mixed it in with a drill in the epoxy. But what I do is pretty similar to what Russ did years ago. I would paint the whole sign and not carve it yet. Then I would clear coat it like 3 times. That way, then you stick it on the CNC and carve it out. You can pour the epoxies right in them cracks. And if you get anything out of the joints or the cracks, you can wipe it right off because it's all clear coated.
Ah, that's a good idea.
It's a real quick way. I used to do the same thing with painting signs. Paint the whole thing brown. Clear coat it 3 times, CNC it, and just slap the paint in there and wipe it off with a rag because the clear coat the paint won't stick to it.
Yeah, I have done. I was on small signs and stuff like you're talking about. Yes. Yeah. So I've painted it like a couple of coats. Like I did one sign, I painted a couple of coats of brown, and then I come back and clear coated it 2 or 3 coats, and then CNC'd it out. Yeah, and then you can just use acrylic paint and put it in all the holes, and you can just take a rag and wipe it right off the top, and it won't stick. But I've never made a table or anything of any size. Most of the signs that I have always made have always been like this. I think this is a 12 by 12 piece of MDF. That's about most of the signs I make. One of the larger signs I think I've made has been like, I make one. Well, my CNC will only do, now my laser will do 24 by 36, but the CNC is only 18 by 24. So I think I made a sign one for somebody who was like 16 by 14 one time, which was a pretty good size sign for me. Yeah, when I bought this CNC, I wanted to get a bigger one, but I couldn't justify it because when I had the one that was 36 by 36, I never made anything that big. So I was just like, why get I think they got the 24 by 40 Digital Wood Carver does. And I was looking at that one because if you get their Mac Daddy, it has the actual router of the spindle turns sideways, and you can make spindles out of it, like legs for tables and stuff.
Yeah, like a 4 axis.
Yeah, it has a 4th axis. So, but once again, I couldn't justify, because you're looking at about $5,000 time everything's said and done. I just couldn't justify that much money because I never made anything like that. I have a lathe if I want to turn a table leg, Yeah.
Hey, so Mike said to beware about Bigfoot. Did anybody see anything?
No.
just wondering. I don't know. Now I'm worried.
Jim says he's been. Jim Shear said he thought he had a cancer spot. What are you talking about? Yeah, I hadn't heard about that.
And hello to Dances with Aardvarks, Mike.
How many? Do we have any people out there that actually that own CNCs? If you want to sound off, I don't think Chris, you don't own one, do you?
Nope.
You still have one, Dixon?
Oh yeah, I built the one I built years ago, and then I built like 4 or 5 other ones and sold them.
Yeah.
And when I was building a CNC for somebody, here's the catch: they all want a 4x8 foot CNC, and I tell them right away, half of that table is going to be a coat rack, or you're going to set stuff on it, because you're not going to CNC a 4x8 foot sheet of paper unless you're doing a van building or you're running a shop, making a lot of money. Otherwise, it's. I built one 4x8 foot, and I actually cut it in half and sold as one piece, because a 3 foot by 2 foot CNC is a perfect sweet spot.
Yeah.
3 feet by 2 feet is a perfect sweet spot.
Yeah.
My X carve is 30 by 30.
Yep, that's another sweet spot. I had to talk many people out of it, and then after they had the CNC, they said that you were right. How often? And then I always kept up. When you build the head, you keep it open, and so if you use registration marks, you could always make a 6 foot sign by just moving the registration marks.
Yes.
You could have a 3 foot CNC and just slide it underneath the table and with registration marks and continue on with the sign, and nobody will know that it's carved twice.
Yeah, that's and you're right. 4 foot by 8 foot is a commercial machine.
Yes.
I mean, and let me tell you, you're paying some bucks for one of those.
Yes.
Those ain't
right.
Unless you build it yourself. But yeah, you're talking about some bucks for a commercial machine. But unless you're in the business for doing that kind of thing, I mean, my 18 by 24 will do anything that I'm going to want to need. Trust me. Now, later on down the road, I may change my mind and buy something bigger, but I'm happy with the 18 by 24 for right now. Because think about it. If I was to max it out and make something 18 by 24, that's a pretty good size.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good size.
Jim said the cancer spot he's talking about was Al blending into the background.
Oh. Yeah, I turned my light on and.
Oh yeah.
And I'm phasing in and out of one reality into another one.
Here's my CNC. I still have it in the basement. That's the homemade one I built. And them 2-inch Thompson rods and bearings. And guess what? That was all on the rack and pinion. It was all free because they were throwing it out down at work. So wow. I got these 12-foot Thompson rods and a box of the bearings, a box that came with it. So I built 3 CNCs like that.
Holy crap.
And this is the one I still have in the basement. And guess what? I haven't turned it on in probably 8 years, ever since the 3D printing stuff.
Right.
Jim Bashir says his Shapeoko is 3 foot by 2 foot and seems to be a perfect size. Yeah,
that's a nice machine.
What do y'all think about spindle versus router? Well, let's put it this way. First off, a spindle's more expensive right off the bat. And then usually most of the spindles, if I'm not mistaken, have to be cooled.
You can buy them without it, but if you're going to buy a spindle, you might as well buy a liquid cooled spindle.
Yeah, liquid cool. That's what I'm going to say. And spindles will go faster than a router, and they're stronger, more powerful than a router. So, if I was going to go with a bigger, like they make the Dita digital wood carver makes I think the 24 by 40 with a spindle. If I'm not mistaken, they're big model, which comes with the stand and all that kind of stuff, and the 4th axis and everything. Yeah, if I was going to go that far, I would go with the spindle for that one. Other than that, the smaller ones, the routers are great. I've never had a problem. I'm using actually the 18 by 24 uses a trim router. It doesn't even use the big routers. It uses a small trim router, and I've never had any problems with it. You just have to make sure that your depth and your speed is set for that size of a router. A spindle can go.
I have that DeWalt one on mine.
Yeah, but a spindle. Yeah, I was watching a guy on a video the other day, and he had he was doing 1.5 inch passes with his spindle.
Yeah, so we've got a question out there from Caesar. How expensive is it to actually build one yourself? And he enjoys working on crafts with his hands and stuff, and he's just unsure how to get into any of it.
Okay, I got a good answer for that. Here's a sign I made 35 years ago when I built this, and this is what I was getting for this same CNC. I still have one in my basement. It's hard to see. $3,500. Now, this was 35 years ago, okay? So you would never get that for this CNC anymore because there's so many companies out there. You can get a heavy-duty CNC nowadays for $2,000. And I'm talking a good hobby machine now, because the first thing you want to do when you build a CNC or you buy one, you want to go up to the Z axis, the head where you put your DeWalt, and see if it moves. That's the first thing you want to do now. It's going to move slightly, at least 10, 20 thousandths if it's a hobby. And see, you get an industrial one, you won't be able to move the head like that.
No,
that's
not
the
at
key
all.
thing on your Z axis. But you can get some really good CNCs for $2,000.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, unless you just wanted to build it so that you could say I built a CNC nowadays, it's going to cost you almost as much as some of the CNCs that are out there, to be honest with you.
There's so many companies out there now. This was back when nobody had CNCs in their basements. That's why I was getting that for that CNC. Now it's not going to happen. You can get some nice ones for $2,000.
Because you're going to spend quite a bit just in the controller and the stuff that goes with the controller, the electronics of the CNC itself. And that's what we're talking about. And then you got to look at, how are you going to make the, not the spindle, but the X and the Y axis, what you're going to make them out of, and are you going to use bearings, or are you going to use, there's just a whole heaping bunch of it. Now, let me tell you, you got to pretty well, if it was me and I was going to try to build one on my own, I would want, no more than I know about it is, I would want to find a set of plans of one that somebody has built and use their plans and either make some adjustments to those plans or some additions or change some things on those plans or whatever. Because, you really have to have an idea of what you're doing when you go down that path, I should say. Yeah. But I would say that you could buy a CNC nowadays as cheap as you could build it.
Yeah. If you want to build your own, they have kits or they have all the supplies that you need. It's called open builds. And these are the kits that you can buy and put together. And these are really good CNCs for $2,000, $2,500, $2,000. See if that thing can focus. Go to open builds. They have all the stuff right here. It'll say on top. There it is. Open builds. They'll have all the controllers, all the stuff you need if you want to build your own. But they got some pretty nice kits for $1,800, $2,100, and they're pretty, for a hobbyist, they're pretty good.
Yes.
You can get all the controls now, the whole controls. I put this on a guy's CNC for $439, and it's a really good system.
Just go train nut. Okay. Miracles do happen. May it a whole year between birthdays and only spent 20 of them in the hospital.
That's Dan Inge, by the way.
Yeah, Danny. Yes, I recognized this picture after I seen it. Yes.
Aussie Man asked, spindles would be quieter, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Spindles are quieter than routers. Yeah. And then Jim did put back there that he has a DeWalt variable speed trim router on his Shiboku, I believe that's it is.
That's a nice router. I have one of those.
They make a nice CNC.
Yeah. But yes, spindles are software is more expensive. Yes. One of the Canadian guys I watched made one out of concrete with metal rails. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Why?
And that's a do what?
Why would you make it out of concrete?
Yeah, that's
because you can.
Yeah,
because you can.
It almost went right by me, and suddenly I'm thinking, did he say concrete?
Yeah.
He wanted to cut aluminum.
Oh wow.
Then you make it out of aluminum.
Yeah.
And then drill and tap everything, and it's not going to move. It's not going to. Your head's not going to move. You can hold really tight tolerances, but then you're getting closer to an industrial machine again.
Yeah.
He said he wanted to cut aluminum, and he wanted a heavy base so it didn't vibrate when he was cutting it. In other words.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here's the link that I think Jim was saying right here. I build it CA, which looks like router plans, router lift plans.
That's another good place to go.
Russ Meadows says he wants a new alt. I think it's alt mill 4x4 CNC. Yeah, Build It TV. He makes all of his shop tools. I mean, I've seen several of the now it depends on what you want to put in it, but I haven't seen the alt. Is it alt mill? I mean, yeah, alt mill 404 CNC. That's a new brand for me.
I think that's the one from Science Labs.
It is from CNC. It's $3,160. I'll put a link.
Science Labs.
Actually, it looks pretty nice. It's sitting on a table and everything, and it looks like it's aluminum. Oops, wrong place. No, that's the right place. Looks like it's aluminum. It looks like it has a spindle on it too. I can't tell if it's cooled or not.
Yeah, I would say it is cool, but it's hard to tell looking at it. Yeah,
it requires little maintenance, advanced, cuts material, supports. Alt mill comes with standard 8mm spindle mount only. It does not come with a spindle and must be purchased separately. So that's just the table. Yeah.
That's just for the table and the railings and everything. You have to add your own. Yeah.
What about the controller? What else did it say? Read the resources, ensure a successful start. New CNCers, read these resources. Tell you what, if that's it, then I'll go ahead and post that out there. And any questions, please. Oh, it doesn't fit. It's 11.
See, that's why you're up to $3,100 now. If you look at how that Z-axis is made, that's not going to flex. That won't flex much.
Well, since we're talking about it, I'll go ahead and let's see. I'm going to share my screen and just show it.
That one that Paul has, that's a very nice machine. Very nice, strong machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the...
This is the alt mill that Russ Meadows is talking about.
There's the link there to I
I
believe
wonder
to the,
why they show it with if it doesn't come with a
it's called
spindle
marketing. It's called marketing.
Must
Yep.
be.
They already got you on the website, so
Yeah.
you're probably filling out an order.
Oh, look, dear, the CNC is only $3,100. Yes.
Yeah, they're working for you, dude. They're helping you out.
Yeah.
That just
It's
takes up too much real estate.
It's actually the table is very, very nice.
Yeah.
And another thing you got to add to this CNC that I noticed it doesn't come with, and at least I don't see it in any of the pictures, is you got to add your own spoil board on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. They don't do that. They don't ship that. Yeah, because of shipping. That's why they want you to buy your own.
Yeah.
Because it gets too big. They can pack that all up in a box, and then you got to put it together. But with a spoil board, it would be crazy from shipping.
Crazy. Yeah, weight too much weight.
Yeah, you go out and spend another $60 on a piece of plywood, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like the fact and I've seen a couple of people who do it. They use the 4-inch wide with a groove, but they V-groove the board and put them 4 inches wide, so you can run your hold downs in between those. And that way, if you damage one, all you got to do is replace the one you damaged rather than replace the whole spoil board. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah, and it does look like it does come with a controller, by the way.
What do you call that board? I got it at Menards when I built a CNC for somebody. Instead of putting grooves, there's a board you put on the wall, and it's got that tongue and groove that you hang your tools on.
Oh, I know what you're talking
French
about.
cleat.
What's it called?
A French cleat.
I put that on a table in there, and then he made these little metal things like you do on a milling machine, and he could slide them anywhere he wanted for hold downs.
Yeah.
Because I took that 4x8 sheet, I cut it down, and I put that for his spoil board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of the same way that I've seen the ones that spoil boards on some of them is they put the individual pieces. Like I said, they cut them and then they put them down, and that way, if you destroy one or accidentally cut through one or whatever, you only have to replace one. You don't have to replace the whole thing, which is a pretty nice setup.
Okay, for us non-CNC, what is a spoiler board?
It's the board that's on the table. If that you like, if you're going to make a sign and you're going to actually have it cut the sign all the way out from a flat piece of wood, it would actually go through the wood and go onto the spoil board and cut some into the spoil board so that it doesn't damage your metal part of your CNC.
Gotcha.
When you're supposed to go down with your Z-axis and your bit, and you touch off and you're at 0, and then you're supposed to go down 0.5, and you accidentally hit
5.0,
that bit's going to drive right down, and then you want it to go. So what I used to do is I used to put a real thin, nice piece of MDF board on it, and then I would put a 1/2-inch foam on it and use that for the spoiler.
Yeah.
Then you don't wreck your $80 bits when you drive it down a 1/2 inch too far. You're cutting foam. And the foam, you can do with the foam there, you can do a lot of test runs too to see how it's going to cut and work.
Yeah, and actually cut
the real sign on top of it.
That's what I do with my laser. I'll put foam down and cut stuff first, see how it turns out.
Yeah, Russ Meadows made a good comment. He said that routers were not designed to run as long as spindles.
Yep.
Like
the bearings can't handle that that sideways movement.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah. There ain't no doubt a spindle's better, but look at the price of the spindle compared to a router. How many routers could you buy for one spindle?
And them DeWalt routers and Nikita, I think it's Makita or whatever, they can handle a lot of crap. I ran the crap out of my routers on that CNC. It's all about feed and speed bits. You could carve aluminum on any machine, but you got to have the feed rate so slow, you know what I mean, and lubricate it.
Right.
It's all about feed rates.
Yep.
Yeah, my DeWalt I've had since like 9 years ago on the router. I haven't used it very much lately, but actually,
Yeah, I've got
I
I've
switched
got
over to a different router. But
trying to think of the name of it. But anyway, I've had mine for 20 years. It comes with a solid base, and routers last. But I do agree, if the ultimate is a spindle. I mean, if you're going to spend that much for a machine, you might as well go ahead and get them a spindle.
Or not, if you're coming in entry level and you don't know what to get, I mean, it might not, you might not want to spend the extra money for it.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, if you're going to spend that much money for a Mac Daddy machine, you might as well get a spindle. They will cut faster. They will. I mean, they are better, hands down. But I just don't see putting that much money into it for what I'm doing. If you were going to do it, if you were going to get into it full time, where like you were doing production work, yeah, definitely a spindle would be the way to go.
Yeah, but for hobby, right?
Yeah, if you're doing a hobbyist router, it'll be fine.
Yep. Jeez.
Well, we're looking at 8:53, so we ought to go to. But we're going to have Laney Shaughnessy on, and he works for Digital Wood Carver, and he will be able to have some detailed CNC questions. He will definitely be the man to talk to. He knows pretty much everything about a Digital Wood Carver CNC, and also the Planet CNC software. And he also teaches classes on VCarve, VCarve Pro, and Aspire. So he knows all about that. And that's another thing that we haven't even touched base on. If you're going to get a CNC, you have to have a controller software that will run the CNC machine, but you also have to have software to design stuff, unless you just buy your files from somebody. But you have to have a design software that will turn your design into a G code that your machine, because most of these machines that I've seen are G codes machines. So you're going to have a software that will design and also turn that design into a G code so that you can put it into the controller software and cut what you want. So, and if you're talking about VCarve Pro, I think VCarve Pro, since I'm sitting here, let's look at it.
$800, $799.
Yeah, that's a good software for that price.
Or is it $1,200?
All right, so what is Aspire running right now?
Well, that's getting way up there now. That's
okay,
going to be about
so
$19.99.
Cut 2D is the cheapest one you can buy, and that's $149. VCarve is $349, and Aspire is $1,995.
How much is VCarve Pro?
I just was looking; it didn't say VCarve Pro, just said VCarve.
There's a question in the chat. I don't know if you guys covered it when I was down getting this. You can control the speed of the spindle from the software, water, cooled spindles. Yes. You can control all that stuff. There's inputs and outputs.
Yes.
To control that with the new control boards. What I did was I built my own control boards years ago. I built 3 of these. And there's your 3-stepper motor, drive inputs, and your chips. And I put a piece of aluminum for cooling, and then I glued a fan on there. And this is the boards and then I used Mach 3.
Mach 3, yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of CNCs out there that use Mach 3.
Yeah, and Jim was saying there's also open Gerbil or GRBO programs.
Yep.
Right.
Gerbil works real good now.
Yep.
If they had that when I built mine, I wouldn't have built these systems here. I would have used Gerbil.
You can use Fusion 360 also to export it using post processors. It'll also send you the G code over.
Yep, G code sender. They got all kinds of free stuff now, and these are the small chips that you don't need the big ones for a laser. So I built this one for the laser, and I got these parts. These parts came from Hobby. All the chips and stuff I bought from Hobby, CNC. I don't even know if they exist anymore.
Sharks with laser beams.
Lasers. On my stream on Sundays, my Moo Hugs always says laser. She wants a counter because every time I say laser, anyway.
So all in all, it would be 2.5 to 3K. Yeah, for an upper, and that's upper.
Yeah, that is upper. That'd be a nice machine.
Yeah, that's top of the line. If you start getting up to 3,000, you can pump out a lot of work with a $3,000 machine. Now, if you're going to do a big business and you're going to do van builds and that, well, now you're getting up to the $30,000 to $60,000 machines. But them things you can run around the clock, and they got bit changers and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
What I had, what I was looking at one time for developing, but I never finished it. I took a round table, and it had bearings in the back, so you could flip it. And I wanted to put a router with one bit here and another router with another bit here. So I had 4 bits with 4 different routers. And you got to remember, this was 30 some years ago. So they didn't have tool changers, or I didn't think of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, if I mount 4 DeWalt's on a rotating table and put a bit in each one, I could just flip it and then start doing the rest of the sign and then flip it to the V bit, so I didn't have to change bits.
Flip it.
But I never finished it.
Yeah, it wouldn't have to change tools.
Yeah,
in other words,
I never
finished routers.
it. Yeah, you can put a stepper motor on that and then actually put it in the G code to go to the bit size you want.
Yeah, and that's another thing. If you get up into the upper grade machines, which that is really upper grade, that they have CNCs that actually do a tool change. Yeah. It will actually, like if you need a downcut bit to do a certain part of the project, and then it needed to change to a V bit, it would go and it would actually change bits for you, and then you wouldn't even have to stop the thing and take the bit out and change it on the spindle or anything. It'd actually change them. So Dixon is so lazy.
Jim goes, Dixon, you're so lazy. I swear.
Yeah, I've seen that. The good old DD25.
Yep.
But yeah, look at start out. If you've never owned a CNC, look at starting with a smaller hobby machine that's around $2,000, and play with that first. Because I got news for you. Most of the time, I see CNCs are not that hard to sell, to be honest with you. So if you were to get one and did not like it and you wanted to sell it to move and decided you want something bigger, you shouldn't have a problem selling it.
Right. I mean, if you want to spend $1,500 for a CNC and don't like it, I'll take it off your hands for, $800. $800 bucks.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
Always the businessman, aren't you?
Yeah. So yeah. All right. So Laney Shaughnessy is going to be on, like I said again, next week, and he will have definitely be able to answer any and all of your questions, especially about the digital woodcarver CNCs and the Vectrix software. So prepare your question list this week. I particularly use Aspire. I love it. It's a really good tool. It's $2,000, but I mean, it will do just about anything I ever wanted to do. It'll do 3D carving, so that's the reason I bought it, is for the 3D carving. Which once I get back used to using it, making some of these signs. I'm going to go back in to start trying to do some more 3D carving. I was doing that at the end when I took a pause from it. So, but yeah, that's all of it for tonight. So tune in next week and have your get a piece of paper and write all your questions down, because you'll forget them by the time Laney gets here, and that way you'll remember them. Because trust me, I'll forget about the time I turn this computer off about what I was even saying tonight. So thank y'all all for being out there. I appreciate it very, very much, and your questions. And we just touched base on the amount of knowledge because trust me, every time I talk to Laney, I am amazed at the amount of information that he has in his brain. So, well, thank you, Al and Donna and Chris and Dixon for being here tonight. Thank all y'all in the chat for being out there. I appreciate it very, very, very much. I appreciate it. So, listen, if you're too darn busy to get out in the shop and make some sawdust, you're just too darn busy or you're lazy. So even I am getting my butt.
That's Dixon, by the way. That's
Dixon. Yeah, that's Dixon.
I'll take lazy for $500.
My butt out there in the shop and making some sawdust. Even if it is with a CNC, it's still sawdust. So just give me sawdust, lots of sawdust all around me and everywhere. I like it flying all around my shop and even in my beard and hair. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching, and God bless.
And remember, you don't have to go home, but you cannot stay here.
Oh, nope. What Chris said.
See ya.
What Chris said.
See ya. Wouldn't
the other way, Dixon. The other way.
Words to live by.